Okay, so CHP overhead now telling me that they tried to pull this suspect over in the Cajon Pass out there north of Rancho Cucamonga, where the 210 and the 215 come together, or correction, the 15 and the 215, and he did not pull over. So they don't know. That's the most dangerous kind of pursuit, is when you don't know why a suspect has not pulled over. So right now they are trying just to get him off the roadway. It looks like he appears to be smoking inside the vehicle, and he sort of has his left hand casually up on the steering wheel, moving at about 75 to 80 miles an hour. You can see, we'll pull to a little wider shot and show you the California Highway Patrol is right there inside him. In fact, when we pulled up on the chase just beyond in the Irwindale area, it looked like this highway patrolman was perhaps getting ready to do the pit maneuver on him, trying to bring that thing to an end, but it was just simply going too fast, so they continued and they just let him go through there. But it looks like he's now weaving into the lane, into the the HOV lane, and he's now around those vehicles. We're now making our way under the 5 freeway, past Victory Boulevard near Traveltown. And as we approach Forest Lawn Drive, it really slows down. CHP has switched out helicopters. We've seen them replacing their ground units as well. You cannot outrun a radio. We've told you that over and over during these chases, and that's certainly the case here.
Okay. We are following a pursuit here. Very dangerous speeds, high rate of speed, perhaps 90 miles an hour. This guy in an old model Chevy Blazer. This started around 4:30 this afternoon.
The suspect was speeding, apparently, and California Highway Patrol tried to pull the guy over. He did not respond and in fact took off. And so we pick up this pursuit now. You can see it looks like he's exiting the freeway now.
Yeah. This couldn't happen at a worse time, because this is the peak of commuter hours. A lot of people on those freeways, and there he is. I think he's pulled. Well, he's
stuck in traffic.
Yeah, he's stuck in traffic. He pulled behind a car there. So far, he's not making any sudden moves. It'd be interesting to see. Oh, now he's trying to squeeze through traffic to exit the freeway.
Northbound on Cahuenga.
All right, northbound on Cahuenga, Larry. And now we're at surface streets. This becomes a different chase now, doesn't it?
Well, no, it's very, very dangerous now. You can see in the shadows there, northbound on Cahuenga, and the suspect now making his way. This is going to be Kling Street that he's passing. So now, making our way toward Hollywood Way. I believe that this turns into Verdugo. I don't think it is Camarillo anymore for those folks that are familiar with this area. Now in the city of Burbank, coming up on a very busy Hollywood Way. There are pedestrians in the crosswalk now as the suspect makes his way up here. It's a red light. Pedestrians just got out of the crosswalk, and the suspect now at a stop now behind traffic. So you'll see CHP will get right in behind the suspect and get into that felony stop position where they'll be ready to open their doors. But I don't think they're going to fall for this move where a suspect will get out and they'll try and approach the vehicle. I think that they understand this guy is simply stopping due to traffic. But that is a little bit of good news, that he's actually stopping for lights, not much of a choice. So he may be out of gas or out of ideas at this point, but he's stopped right now. And it looks like he is communicating with police officers now on the ground, and not in a nice way. So at this point, officers are going to stay right in behind him. But I can tell you these intersections right now, because of all the sirens and all the activity, the suspect is going to have to make the move here, because nobody else wants to move while all these sirens are going on.
What we have here started about 4:26 p.m. this afternoon, and the original stop was for a speed. Mm-hmm. And the pursuit began in San Bernardino, and we had tried to initiate a traffic stop, and the vehicle failed to yield.
We were asking our Larry Welk, and you obviously are the gentleman we should be talking to about this. On the freeway, this guy was really out of control, weaving in and out of traffic, and he seems to be a little bit more mellow here in town. At what point do you take some measures to try to stop this thing?
Well, I think at this point, the CHP isn't in pursuit of it. It's actually Burbank Police Department now. Okay. And, it'll be up to them to, weigh their options when to. Well,
they're blocking them now. Okay. Blocking them in now.
And there you see the police officers are guns drawn. They're surrounding that car, waiting for him to come out. Obviously communicating with him. There he goes. He just decides. Larry, we're going to take Larry Welk and Sky 2. Larry, can you tell us what more is happening?
You know, it looked like they tried to get out, order the suspect out. The suspect almost kind of rammed one of the officers from the Burbank PD, and it looked like the Burbank officer may have fired into the vehicle.
Wow.
We're going to have to replay the tape for a second. It looks like the window was blown out. Now he's making his way up toward Universal Studios. He's on a side street up toward Universal. There is maybe getting back onto the freeway. Now, the suspect very well may be injured as a result of that shooting. Because it looks like an officer from the Burbank PD. I got him. 11. Are you going to stay there? Or are you going to make a right turn?
Universal City now is where the suspect is driving, and you know, I just mentioned that earlier. We just mentioned earlier that I was wondering why officers didn't attempt to block him in. As you can see, we're getting near the entrance of Universal Studios. That time they did try to block him in, and exactly what Larry said, that's why they don't do that. And
we are just learning that he is inside the Universal Studios City property. There he has pulled over.
Oh, he's getting out.
He's getting out.
Looks like suspect's out of the car. Now remember, there's people right behind him. Suspects.
Better pull back.
They may be shooting at him. Pull out.
There we go.
Pull out. Looks like I think he's giving up. Now, I don't think they actually shot him. I think that they actually may have convinced him to get down, but there were officers that were in a precarious spot there. They had people that were waiting in line to park at Universal Studios, and the officers had their guns drawn, and they were trying to get the suspect to give up, and it looked like the suspect wasn't wearing a shirt, and he was not complying with officers. He is on his feet, so we believe, he is down on the ground right now, so a very, very tense situation.
On a chase throughout the Southland along the 210 freeway. It went into Pasadena, it went to Glendale. Speeds up to 90 miles an hour, very erratic driving along the freeways, very dangerous, and then exited the freeway and ended up here at the Universal Studios property.